Being mean just to be mean, it's a cold day. People in fear, don't be seen, it's a cold, cold day. The door was open, he was invited in. We run in horror as we pay for our sins. We took a whip embedded with thorn. Struck our own backs, flesh was torn. It was really fun as we were winning. Follow the man who cares about sinning. We just don't like them, we spoil for a fight. We back a smart-ass traitor, his words full of spite. Own the libs, brains like sieves, do it for a laugh. Hardy har, heedy har, wear a hat, be a brat. We think we are smart, we tell each other so. But in real conversation, we aren't in the know. I wanted to see what the fuss was about. A sea of red hats, people screaming and shout. I don't know what they are saying. Just dumb plans full of delaying. After seeing the horror of a dystopian tomorrow, I ran away, looking for a brand new day. I ran so fast, the planet blurred. Thinking about the horror, my emotions stirred. The echo chambers ringing loud. A joke at first, but now a shroud. Lies spun tight like razor wire. Liberty's body on a funeral pyre. Own the libs, brains like sieves, do it for a laugh. Hardy har, heedy har, wear a hat, be a brat. We think we are smart, we tell each other so. But in real conversation, we aren't in the know.
Crashing on our heads. We gotta suffer for dreadful years. A jabbing pain bringing us to tears. All the horror, all the fear. What we wished on them, now it's ours, my dear.
I thought I was all ready, but I pressed the wrong button and messed it all up. So We're gonna get it unmessed up here in a minute. I'll make some comments on this thing. Somehow my interact button is like not working out for me here. Let's see if I can do this here. Okay. Now why is this thing showing up? Hang on. We have to do it a different way, I suppose. If this thing is going to like mess with me, I got other ways around it. I'm using OBS, and sometimes, like, you expect things to go one way with it, and it goes the other way. Like inconsistencies. All right? Dig what I'm saying? Inconsistencies in what you expectancies.
At Carl's Jr., when you buy one big Carl or
Holy crap. Holy. Oh, man. Screw that. Got to get past that commercial. Oh, man. All right. Now, let me take it, do like this here. Go into OBS, fix that shit up, man. 6. Let's see, where's my thing at? We just do the whole display capture deal, I suppose. All right. Now I'll just make a whole bunch of commentary and stuff as we watch this shit show. I heard, I watched like a couple of clips on some guys' YouTube channels, and I did not like what I was seeing. So this be the first time I've watched the whole thing all the way through. So let's do it now. Boo! 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 I'm gonna check on my other thing. See if my sound is working. Yeah, I can hear me out back there going, boo! Boo! All right, now. Look at all them guys. Hey. We don't have to watch them shaking hands. Oh, did you see him?
And you can see the two Senate leaders there, John Thune and Chuck Schumer just snuck by. Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota, Democrat. J.D. Vance, the vice president, is in that mix. He's shaking people's hands on the side. John Barrasso, who's in the leadership. For the Republicans, Dick Durbin, 80 years old, in the leadership there. The gentleman in the gray hair in the back and the
Dick
blue
Durbin's
shirt.
all right.
He
everybody watches
was just reelected in 2020, and so he will be up in 26 if he runs again. And
I better share this on the social.
Jason, Dick, you have been covering the people on the aisle. What time do they get down there?
I can't believe these guys.
The late Sheila Jackson Lee was from Democrat.
You
from
see
Texas,
that Zelensky?
Famous for always being on the aisle.
The way they were
regardless
dressed
of
him
presidents.
down.
I'd love to see that collection of photos. But
excuse me. That was shameful.
If you're going to get on the aisle here, greet the president and everybody else.
Sometimes they get there very early. Sometimes 4 or 5 hours or early as soon as the security sweep is over. It is a first come first serve situation. It's a little nerve wracking to be that, but they want to position themselves, and whether they're Democrats or Republicans, they like those corner
And there's
seats.
Nancy Mace in the white dress talking, a Republican of South Carolina, talking to J.D. Vance.
Sometimes it was a little lonely. Some of the other people who come to mind.
It gets real lonely.
Get there
those
very
guys.
early. Elliot Engel, former
J.D.
member,
Vance.
or Democrat from New York. Cynthia McKinney, Democrat from Georgia. And you'd hear
I wonder how
about
his
also
wife,
just like
what his
small
wife
little
thinks
bits
about him being a
of
hypocrite.
bonding. You know, sometimes for people who wouldn't necessarily spend a lot of time together, particularly, you know, Democrats and Republicans from different parts of the country and so forth. And it is, you know, it's one of those quirky kind of rituals that makes covering Congress a lot of fun to know about. You know, these sort of things. We've got some old photos in the roll call archive of people, you know, bringing newspapers and just reading them all day long, waiting for the president and people to start filling in.
And you can see the Joint Chiefs had come in. There's Senator Scott behind J.D. Vance. Byron Donalds running for governor of Florida as a Republican. Big President Trump supporter on the campaign. There's Chip Roy.
Fuck him.
Republican of Texas, who has been
I'm
a supporter.
sorry. Did I curse a little bit there?
A little bit of an iconoclast, yes.
There we go. That's a nice way.
Former snapper for Ted Cruz.
Jasmine, right, you were talking about Senator Katie Britt last year. Up to that rebuttal, she was chosen because she was seen as a rising star and potential VP pick.
Yep, she was seen as a rising star. She was seen as someone who had a great future ahead of her. I would argue that she is still really in the mix. She is one of the White House's most used senators, most talked to senators on the Hill. So, you know, I mean, you know, I think that if these rebuttals go poorly, obviously it's some bad PR, but it doesn't completely derail your entire career. But certainly I think after hers, there were a lot of questions about whether or not she would be a good person.
Do you see a lot of members? By the way, we have been simulcasting on C-SPAN and C-SPAN 2. Now, we're going to say goodbye to our C-SPAN 2 viewers.
YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
Sights and sounds. So if you want just sights and sounds, stay with C-SPAN 2. If you want to continue listening to our program, we'd love to have you stay with us.
Yammering and yammering. Oh, here's C-SPAN 2. All right, good. Ain't that a right nice looking picture? Too bad that Trump's going to put his filthy ass in there. Oh, man, look at that. A weasel and another weasel standing side by side. Two weasels. J.D. Vance and Trump sitting in a tree. Oh no, Musk and Trump sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. First come Trump, then come Musk with $200 and some odd million deposited in his government to try to ruin our Social Security. Can you imagine that? You're wanting to chop everything off. I worked all my goddamn life, and now I'm old and disabled. And now they want to pull the rug right out from under me and you and everybody else right when I get old and I'm unable to do anything. What am I supposed to do? Sell everything I have, and then after a while run out of that money too, and now then I'm on the street. Then it's like December. I have to go beg somebody. Oh, please help me. I'm starving, freezing in the street. Can you help me? No. You should have thought about that before you got cancer and lost everything. Fuck you. I'm sorry. I get passionate about this Social Security. Those assholes trying to ruin it. If they try to ruin Social Security, we should all go on a national strike and shut the economy down. They're working, they're buying, they're selling, they're nothing until they back off and make a proper minimum wage with a cost of living increase. And see that asshole Johnson right up there? That position should be a nonpartisan seat. Whenever the Speaker's elected, the Speaker of the House, they should be required to vow an oath of nonpartisanship and drop out of the party. I bet you anything, if there was that kind of a rule in the House, you wouldn't have dickweeds like Mike Johnson and any of those other thralls of corporations doing the corporate bidding up there instead of the American people's bidding. It's got to be nonpartisan. George Washington he wrote in his farewell address explicit warnings in no uncertain terms about the dangers of partisanship. Now look what we got. We got partisanship up the yin-yang, and it's ruining our whole entire country. I mean, there's one clip that I heard Trump talk about him saying that he's even better than George Washington. Give me a break. I slap him in the mouth for saying that around me because I love George Washington. He wasn't perfect for anything, but he was trying his best. And he wasn't like a powermonger trying to be a king and nothing like that. And he warned us. But Trump, better than George Washington. Trump ain't even better than Benedict Arnold. At least Benedict Arnold served in the army for a while. You know, did Trump? Oh, hell no, don't swear. Coward, asshole, jerkface. I hate that guy, Elon Musk. He's trying to ruin my social security. If my next door neighbor was like, hey, dude, I'm going to ruin your finances. I'm going to make you go broke. You're talking about war, and look what he's doing. So what if he lived next door to you and he's trying to ruin your mother, father, grandma, grandpa, social security, and him too? Coward, asshole. He's talked shit about Trump. 2016 election about how Trump was all horrible and everything. And now look, he's got his head so far up Trump's ass that you can't tell where he starts and Trump's is. Because I don't know how you breathe. Makes me wonderful these days. Makes me sick. Hey, you know what, see? Trump's all right. Oh yeah, we're going to get rid of all the Marxists and communists, this, that, and other thing, because they were trying to destroy America. Hey, look, I'm a Marxist, and I love democracy, and I ain't trying to destroy America. He is. The Marxists ain't trying to destroy no America. Marxists just want to make sure that the common folk get their dues, you know. That's all that's about Marxism and socialism stuff, wanting to make sure a bunch of money-grubbing jerk faces like them don't steal everything you have or anything you get to get. You know, how much debt do you have? Look at that guy. Oh, Don Jr. My dad is way better than Don Jr.'s dad. My dad was a master chief gun state and retired after 21 years. Don Jr.'s dad was a draft dodging bone spur coward. How's that for some commentary? I'll give you some damn commentary. You know, I'm about opening my eyeballs to this bullshit. I don't know about you. I'm just a common folk, just like anybody else, trying to get along the best way I can. And whenever I start getting feared that my Social Security is going to get took away, you know, I'm going to have to make some commentary about something. I can't fight. I can't put up dukes anymore. I'm too old. I used to kick some ass, but I can't do that now. I'm an old man. I was kick my ass instead. Look at that guy. He's like, I bet you he was picked on a lot by big brother when they were growing up. So they have like some sibling rivalry. And then when Trump dies, you watch. They'll start picking over his bones like vultures. And they'll hate each other and fight each other. And you watch that sibling rivalry come through. I did not watch this last night on purpose because I did not want to go to sleep all pissed off.
The joint session will come to order.
Here we go. Okay.
The chair appoints as members of the committee on the part of the House to escort the President of the United States into the chamber the following. The gentleman from Louisiana, Mr. Scalise. The gentleman from Minnesota, Mr. Emmer. The gentlewoman from Michigan, Mrs. McClain. The gentleman from North Carolina, Mr. Hudson. The gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Reschenthaler. The gentleman from Utah, Mr. Moore. The gentlewoman from Indiana, Mrs. Houchin. The gentleman from Oklahoma, Mr. Hearn. The gentleman from New York, Mr. Jeffries. The gentlewoman from Massachusetts, Ms. Clark. The gentleman from California, Mr. Aguilar. The gentleman from California, Mr. Liu. The gentleman from Colorado, Mr. Neguse. The gentlewoman from Washington, Ms. Delbene. The gentlewoman from Michigan, Mrs. Dingle.
The President of the Senate, at the direction of that body, appoints the following senators as members of the committee on the part of the Senate to escort the President of the United States into the House chamber. The Senator from South Dakota, Mr. Thune. The Senator from Wyoming, Mr. Barrasso. The Senator from Arkansas, Mr. Cotton. The Senator from Oklahoma, Mr. Lankford. The Senator from West Virginia, Mrs. Capito. The Senator from South Carolina, Mr. Scott. The Senator from New York, Mr. Schumer. The Senator from Illinois, Mr. Durbin. The Senator from Minnesota, Ms. Klobuchar. The Senator from New Jersey, Mr. Booker. The Senator from Wisconsin, Ms. Baldwin.
The members of the escort committee will exit the chamber through the lobby doors.
You should exit the chamber. Get out. All you right-wing weirdos, fascists. And you know what bugs me too about this is I don't know if I can hear you over me or them over you. You know, a long time ago, whenever our democracy was first made, a bunch of monarchs and all that in Europe, they were like, man, United States, their democracy will never last, blah, blah, blah. Now look, gonna prove them right. I hate those guys with burning passion, let me tell you.
Mr. Speaker, the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps.
The Diplomatic Corps. I don't really know what they do, but I suppose they like help out with diplomacy somehow. Yeah, I don't know anything about government. I don't know everything nut hole. I know a lot about it. That's why I need your help and you need my help.
My wife loves this very soon. I hate it.
The Republicans, they should all be ashamed of themselves for what they're doing. And this is an outrage. It's travesty. And you see those messages scrolling across the bottom of the screen there, take that shit to heart. Every one of those little things, national labor strike, proper minimum wage in COLA, plan victory garden at springtime. You know, that's really important. You know, food's going to go through the roof. The price of it, you're going to be paying through the nose. I mean, hell, not long ago I seen $8 a pound for butter. Well, you just watch. I mean, you can't probably have a cow in your backyard, maybe, but you can plant some vegetables and help reduce your costs.
Mr. Speaker, the Chief Justice and Associate Justices of the United States Supreme Court.
That's great.
Boo! Boo for the Supreme Court. They are no longer supreme. They are not supreme. Boo! Political appointees. All a bunch of partisan hacks, except for the Democrats. Except for the ones on the left. They're not partisan hacks. But they're partisans. They're just hacks. So much hacks. Boo! Boo! Boo for her too! Boo! Somebody like a boo, do you? Hey. Have some fun with it. And hell, you might as well have a little bit of fun with it, if you know, so you don't go like absolutely slap nuts. All right, now let's go. Stop. I could speed it up a little bit, but I don't want to miss anything. Like, there might be somebody in the gallery start going, boo, boo. Yeah, man, could you imagine it? Okay, like, whenever they are elected, the Speaker of the House, when he's elected, he has to drop out of his political party and vow an oath to conduct the business of the House in a nonpartisan manner. You wouldn't have that guy up there because there's no way he's going to drop out of his party. But you would have somebody, they'll both be picking, both parties would be trying to find the most nonpartisan person they could find and vote them in there because they don't want to give no advantages at all to either each other. So if the advantage would be given to the American people because they'd have a nonpartisan up there who would be like focused on the best interests of the people and the expeditious running of the House, not political expediency, but expeditiously running the House on behalf of the American people, not like what we have now. So, and that includes every committee, like the judiciary, all those committee chairs. They should also be non-partisan seats. They should all have to drop out of their party and run it in a non-partisan manner. And it don't take it doesn't take a constitutional amendment or nothing like that. It's just a House rule. And you'd have to make the House rule something that could not be suspended. Because all the time they're doing stuff under suspension of the House rules. So you can't have any suspension on that one. That one has to stay in effect 24 hours a day at all times. And the only way it can be overturned is by like 2/3 of the House voting to overturn the rule. Well, make it solid. Make it where you get rid of this damned partisanship that's bankrupting and ruining our country. When they talk about Social Security bankrupting our country, it ain't friggin' Social Security bankrupting our country. It's those guys, those money grubbers, those partisan hacks, those schemers, connivers. They're the ones doing it. And look, if you just raise the minimum wage to a proper wage and give them a COLA, that would put more payroll tax in right there, and you got a better, more solid Social Security. But does anybody tell you that? Hell no. Because they want to try to grab back that 6.2% that industry or corporations have to throw into Social Security. They would rather do that and have you, your mother, your grandma, whoever, sleeping on the street while they're sleeping in a damn feather bed because they got your Social Security money. I don't care left, right. I don't give a damn if you're a right-wing supporter, a Republican, or a Democrat. Common folk. That's the key words there, the common folk. Us. I mean, what's the basic thing? Bread and butter. And what do we got? Inflation. Tariffs making it worse and worse. Damn. I mean, you MAGA supporters, you've been betrayed by bitches like her. You've been betrayed big time and been made like a sucker and a chump. I hope you all get mad, get pissed, because those guys are taking you to the freaking cleaners and dragging us along with you. Come on. You got to stick together. I mean, this ain't about left and right. This is about rich and poor. And the rich right now are just stomping us poor folks into the fucking ground. So get over it. You know what? I'm going to have to be quiet for a little bit, sit here, smoke some marijuana and stuff, and calm down a little bit, because goddamn it, this shit just pisses me off to no fucking end. Immigrant. I thought they didn't like immigrants. Come on. Oh wait, if you can buy a golden card from Trump, you're an okay immigrant. Especially if your skin is on the lighter side, right? Fucking assholes. Well, did you have fun at the tea party at the debutante's ball?
Mr. Speaker, the President's Cabinet.
Excuse me. Boo! Boo for Rubio. Oh man, what a sad sack that guy is. You see him at that Zelensky meeting? He sat there looking like a friggin' weak-ass chump. He didn't have nothing to say. All those other bullies were saying stuff, but not him. You know why? Look at him. Bark, 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 bark. Rubio the robot. Boo. Kennedy, boo. He wants everybody to get sick and die of polio and bird flu and everything. He hates science and wants everybody to take herbal remedies only that are manufactured by a bunch of hacks that sell them on AM radio. Boo. Him too. Boo. He wants to ruin our military and make it so that Russia will be able to kick our butt. But we can kick Russia's butt in a heartbeat right now. But he wants to ruin it. I don't like him a bit. He don't even deserve that role. He doesn't have the experience. We need a damn 4-star general in there, somebody who has the military experience to know what the hell they're doing. Did she have like lots of plastic surgery? I bet she did. But some of these people don't look like these rich people. They look like not normal because of plastic surgery. You know, I could see getting lots of plastic surgery if like your face got ripped off by a chimpanzee or something. But just because of insecurity about the way you look, I mean, that's foolish. But other people should not make fun of people based on appearances. That's stupid. It's stupid and it's mean. Will you hurry up and get your ass over there to your seat and quit slobbering all over each other? Come on now, up, 2, 3, 4, get all up in there. Where's my whip? Get all high, get all up in there. Oh, there's Bo Dirt. Bo Dirty Dirt. I don't like her at one bit. She's from Colorado, one state to the north of where I'm at, and I hope she goes like more states to the north. She could skip by Canada because they wouldn't even allow her in there, and I don't blame them. But she could go like live in the North Pole. That'd be fine. Yeah. Then Trump talked about Canada, Governor Trudeau, to make Canada 51st state. Trump's a dick for doing that because he's just egging shit on, being a freaking smart mouth bully, and I don't blame Canada for like snapping back tariffs. I hope they do. And Trump's talking about, oh yeah, we got these reciprocal tariffs, so if you make your tariffs go up, we'll make ours even go up more. Because we're the big badasses over here in the United States. We control the whole goddamn world. We can make tariffs, or we can do anything and pressure anybody to do anything we want. Why? Because we're America. We're the excellence of the world. The United States of fucking America. We do what we want. Not. I hope. Yeah, I'm an American citizen, but I hope the United States fails miserably in Trump's stupid attempts at bullying and intimidating Canada and Mexico and EU and everybody. I hope they all gang up on America. I'm sorry, but, you know, Trump's doing it. Trump's doing it to us, and if this is the only way that'll snap us back into reality is to get our butts whipped, well, hey, you get our butts whipped. Damn, man, that's horrible you have to do that way. Some foreigner from France or something, they walk up to me and say, God damn, man, your president sucks balls. I'd be like, yeah, I know. What can I do? I'm sorry, dude. I just hope 4 years goes by real quick. Now, that's a sorry state of affairs when you can't argue with them. I should be able to say, oh, yeah? Well, I think your president sucks balls, so they're bad. But, you know, I can't. I have to agree with it. Well, okay. Let me rest and smoke some more weed. Because apparently my pressure cooker is still on high pressure. Waiting for, I'm going to go ahead and make that go forward in time. Yeah, I'm glad I'm making them forward in time now. Look at all that. Who's that goober?
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
Boo! Throw the bum out. He sucks. Boo, 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 and fuck you. President Trump looks like a monkey. Go back to the zoo. Look at her face. She's like, ugh, gross. Two monkeys, chump. Boo. Boo. You stink. You wear Depends underwear and haven't changed them in 3 hours. Ugh. Boo. Could you imagine? Oh, no, I won't say it. I was going to say something about, like, lovemaking and two individuals and how horrible it would probably look watching it, but I won't go there. It might look pretty horrible when I'm doing that, you know? Hey, what do I know? I've never looked at me doing that. What are you looking at, sucker? So, see, he should take that U.S. flag off there and put a Russian flag on there because that's what he's serving. Putin. Boo! Put a cattle bell on that fart. Old fart. They didn't want an old fart for a president, so what do they got? An old fart. Hey, I'm only 67. But I don't think I'm qualified age-wise to be president of the United States. No. I'm not like totally ignorant and dumb, but still, I don't think I got enough education to be president of the United States or experience. My experience is in the industry, in airplanes, not in stuff like that. But I'm learning a lot. I learned a whole lot since I retired due to illness, cancer. So that's all I've had time to do is studying, instead of like working my finger to the bone. And now they want to take it away from me. Well, I can't even study it anymore because I wouldn't be able to afford, like, to be on the internet. Boo! Quack, 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 quack. Oh yeah, he's talking to his thralls. He's telling them, look, don't you dare go against any rulings I make, motherfucker, or else you know what's going to happen. Yeah, look at that. She's agreeing with him. Yeah, I won't disagree with you, sir. I promise. Whatever you say, my lord. He wants to be like king of America and then king of the world. And then the United States gets bombed back to the Stone Age by the rest of the world. He says, to hell with you guys. And we'll lose in a big-ass war like that. You know why? Because he puts people like Hegseth and other incompetent idiots as leaders in our military. Boo! Boo! Not for the USA, boo for that bitch and for that guy. And them guys. Boo! Get up there, start talking, you old fart. Shut up. Oh, wait a minute. I told you to start talking and then shut up. Well, that don't make sense. All right. How big is that ego? He doesn't have any humility at all. Boo! Hey, what, you don't button up your suits? What's up with that? That's disrespectful like crazy. Boo from Bug Dirt. What, no suit? Come on. Will you start talking already? God damn. I mean, how big is that bucket of ego you want to fill up? Damn. You got the teleprompter right there. Your mouth. It's not broke. I wish it was.
Thank you.
Oh, he said something. I can't believe it. Come on, you hyenas. Shut up. I better skip forward 10 minutes. Because you know how these guys are, you fools.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Skip past it.
It's a great honor. Thank you very much.
Shut
Speaker
up.
Johnson, Vice President Vance, the First Lady of the United States.
Boo! They just say like 5 words and then they'll clap and cheer for 10 minutes. They'll say 2 words. Like, how many minutes per word would that be? Like 2 minutes per word. You have to add them up. Come on, go.
Members of the United States Congress, thank you very much.
Oh, you notice he only
And
went
to
to
my
one
fellow
side of the aisle?
Citizens,
Dick.
America is back.
Shut the fuck up. Did you notice that? He specifically like motioned to one side of the aisle only. What a dick. Divisive son of a bitch. Goddamn cult.
6 weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America. From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years, and we are just getting started.
Boo! You know what? I'll agree with every last thing he said, but only negatively. He's trying to put it positively. It's not. Everything was negative, negative, negative. Up yours, dickweed.
I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back, our spirit is back, our pride is back, our confidence is back, and the American dream is surging bigger and better than ever before.
Liar. Charlatan.
The American dream is unstoppable, and our country is on the verge of a comeback, the likes of which the world has never witnessed and perhaps will never witness again. There's never been anything like it.
You got a rude awakening, bud. You notice how he waited, wanting to receive. Give me some applause, man.
The election of November 5th was a mandate like has not been seen in many decades. We won all 7 swing states, giving us an electoral college victory of 312 votes.
There was no mandate. He did not win some huge majority of the voters. Liar.
We won the popular vote by big numbers and
liar.
Counties in our country.
Liar. You fucking liar. Yeah, look at that. Tell him, dude. So that's their plan, to shout down. Democrats gonna protest, and the right, they're gonna clap and go USA,
and
USA.
Counties in our country, 2,700 to 525.
What the
On
fuck?
a map that reads almost completely red for Republican.
Boo! You're a liar, bro. You fucking
Now, for
liar.
the first time in modern history, more Americans believe that our country is headed in the right direction than the wrong direction.
Wrong. You're a liar.
It's an astonishing record, 27-point swing, the most ever.
You a lying bastard. You lie out your ass. Every bit of that to be refuted. Every last bit of it. Poll numbers are tanky. Up yours, dude.
Likewise,
Thinks he's a badass.
small
Fuck him.
business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Yeah, that's why the stock market's tanking.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House
Ah,
and to cease
shut
any
up.
further disruptions.
Fuck off,
That's
weasel.
your warning.
Yeah, no mandate. Damn right. That's what he's talking about, no
Members are
mandate.
engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and
Ah,
the chair is
shut
prepared
up.
to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session.
Go to hell. Fuck you, dickweed. I hate you. Fucking asshole. They're about to say something really, really bad, but I will. I won't say it. Up yours, dickweed. I'll leave it here. I won't go too much further than that. God damn.
Mr. Green, take your seat.
No, Green.
Take your seat, sir. Take your seat.
Tell him to screw you. Tell him to piss off, Green.
Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order.
Boo.
Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
Good for you, Green. You stick for what you believe in. God blame it. Yeah, all you motherfuckers. Green's putting up impeachment papers on him. They got it in for Green. He's putting up impeachment papers on that guy. Like, yeah, you tell him, wave that wand, wave that stick. Just knock him on the head with it.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House.
Shut
Mr.
up.
President, you continue.
I'm in my house right now. I don't have to maintain any kind of decorum.
Over the past 6 weeks, I have signed nearly 100 executive orders.
All bad.
And taken more than 400 executive actions, a record to restore common sense, safety, optimism, and wealth all across our wonderful land.
Lie.
The people elected me to do the job, and I'm doing it.
Badly, and they hate you for it. In all the town halls, they are cursing him for his dumb old executive orders. He thinks he's a freaking king or something. He could just wave his magic marker. What a dick.
In fact, it has been stated by many that the first month of our presidency, it's our presidency,
You notice they pointed over to the
is the
right.
most successful in the history of our nation.
Liar. By many. Whenever it says by many, they just talk about by no one. By himself. Or by like his thralls that hang out with him. Yeah, there you go. Yay.
What makes it even more impressive is that, do you know who number 2 is? George Washington.
You a lying son of a bitch. Fuck you,
I
motherfucker.
don't know about that list,
You go to hell.
but we'll take it.
You fuck off.
Within hours of
George
taking the
Washington.
oath of office,
Go
I
to-
declared a national emergency on our southern border, and I deployed the U.S. military and Border Patrol to repel the invasion of our country. And what a job they've done. As a result, illegal border crossings last month were by far the lowest ever recorded, ever.
I have to check the statistics on that because I don't know offhand, but he's probably lying or something because you know that guy. But he can't open that flappy jaw of his without lying. And watch him say something
heard
about
my words and they chose not to come. Much easier that way.
that way.
In comparison, under Joe Biden, the worst president in American history,
Oh, shut
there were
up.
hundreds of
Fuck
thousands
you.
of illegal crossings a month.
Boo.
And virtually all of them, including murderers, drug dealers, gang
Fuck
members,
off.
and people from mental institutions and insane asylums, were released into our country. Who would want to do that?
Oh, you did that
This
when you
is my
released all them
fifth such
J6ers,
speech
you
to
dickweed.
Congress. And once again, I look at the Democrats in front of me, and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy,
Yeah, you're a
or
dick.
to make them stand or smile
You're a
or
bully.
applaud. Nothing I can do.
That's right, because you're an ass.
I could find a cure to the most devastating disease, a disease that would wipe out
Oh, yeah,
entire
whatever.
nations,
Like that'll ever
or
happen.
announce the answers to the
I could make up
greatest
some
economy in
fantasy,
history,
and they couldn't agree with it.
or the stoppage of crime
Shut
to the
up.
lowest levels ever recorded. And these people sitting right here will not clap, will not stand, and certainly will
Quit
not
making
cheer
shit
for
up. He's just
these
being fantasy land right
astronomical
now.
achievements. They won't do it. No matter
Oh, I
what.
could walk on water.
5 times I've been up here.
I could cure the
It's very
blind.
sad, and it just shouldn't be this way.
Shut up. He thinks he's pretty genius. And he's really the beast. Trump is Musk is the Antichrist. He's the beast, or the other way around. I'm not quite sure.
So Democrats sitting before me, for just this one night, why not join us in celebrating so many incredible wins for America?
Because you're a dick. You didn't get any.
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
Fuck you. You don't make America great again by what you did. Go to hell. If you don't agree with me, you're a dick. That's what he's saying. I'm saying he's the dick. He's
Every
walking
day
talking
my
dick.
administration is fighting to deliver the change America needs
No, you're
to
not.
bring a future that America deserves. And
What,
we're doing it.
dystopian? Fuck
This
you.
is a time for big dreams and bold action.
Nuh-uh.
Upon taking office, I imposed an immediate freeze on all federal hiring a freeze on all new federal regulations, and a freeze on all foreign aid.
Yeah, you're in trouble, Jack, because you're getting some lawsuits. He's going to try to put a freeze on our Social Security, too, you dick. Watching.
I terminated the ridiculous Green New Scam.
Fuck off.
I withdrew from the unfair Paris Climate Accord,
Boo.
which was costing us trillions of dollars
Boo.
that other countries were not paying.
Oil
I
fraud.
withdrew from the corrupt World Health Organization.
Boo. Boo. Rat and
And
creep.
I also withdrew from the anti-American UN Human Rights Council.
Boo. Cruel. Cruel. He hates humanity.
We ended all of Biden's environmental restrictions that were making our country far less safe and totally unaffordable.
Boo.
And
Wrong.
importantly, we ended the last administration's insane electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto workers and companies from economic destruction.
Oh, that's a good one. I got to pause it on that one. He ended the electric vehicle mandate. Musk owns a vehicle or an electric vehicle company. They just put tariffs on Canada. Canada provides Tesla with batteries. Oops. Dumbass. What a bunch of idiots. These stupid fuckers incompetent.
To unshackle our economy, I have directed that for every one new regulation, 10 old regulations must be eliminated, just like I did in my very successful...
Yeah, and then he reshackled it by making tariffs on Canada and Mexico and the rest of the world.
And in that first term, we set records on ending unnecessary rules and regulations like no other president had done before.
Like no other in history
We ordered
of
all federal
mankind.
workers to return to the office. They will either show up for work in person or be removed from their job.
They'll be removed anyway because Musk can fire everybody. Boo for Green. Fuck you, Green. Fuck you with your stupid hat, dumbass. I mean, how dare her do that? Isn't that disrespectful?
Government where, as an example, a sitting president is allowed to viciously prosecute his political opponent, like me. How
Wrong.
did that work out? Not too good. Not too good.
Oh, no wonder. We all know the story behind that. I can't go all into it because it's real long. But yeah, we know why. Asshole, fucking criminal.
And I have stopped all government censorship and brought back free speech in America. It's back.
Yeah, that's why he threw out the Associated Press from that briefing room. Liar. Free speech, my butt.
And 2 days ago, I signed an order making English the official language of the United States of America.
Whoop-de-fucking do. Oh, that's going to help out a lot. It's like renaming the Gulf. The Gulf of Mexico.
I renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America.
And it's still the Gulf of Mexico, so fuck you. I live in New Mexico, and I live by Mexico, by the Gulf of Mexico.
I renamed, for a great president, William McKinley, Mount McKinley again.
So what? That's within our borders. Well, he can do stuff like that. Can't rename international stuff like the Gulf of Mexico. Big fat head.
We've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government and indeed the private sector and our military.
Yeah, whatever. So
and
what?
Our country will be woke no longer.
Woke. I got some woke hanging right here, motherfucker. I got you woke. Let's get that damn hair
We
done.
believe that whether you are a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, or an air traffic controller, you should be hired and promoted based on skill and competence, not race or gender.
And then fired by Elon Musk. Boo! Blow dirt. Blow dirt. Blow dirt.
You should be hired based on merit, And the Supreme Court, in a brave and very powerful decision, has allowed us to do so. Thank you. Thank
Well,
you.
people hired on merit, they wouldn't be there. Trump wouldn't be there.
We have removed
Bo
the
Dirt
poison of
there.
critical race theory from our public schools, and I signed an order making it the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Yeah, you know why? Because they don't know anything about gender or anything, so they go around worrying about it constantly. You know, why is it that I never worry about shit like that? You know, I don't go around fretting about that shit.
Executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports.
Ban men playing in women's sports. Does that include mud wrestling? What's up with this guy? What's he pointing at? What's he
3
doing?
years ago, Peyton McNabb
You see him?
was an all-star high school athlete, one of the best, preparing for a future in college sports. But when her girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything
And the brain
like it.
injury is why she's
Peyton is
so
here tonight
supported.
in the gallery, and Peyton, from now on, schools will kick the men off the girls' team, or they will lose all federal funding.
Yeah, I've seen some women that were brutes that can smash and fall in your face and crush your freaking skull, so don't give me that. Go to the gym and find some women bodybuilders. And some of them, you don't want to mess with them.
And if you really want to see numbers, just take a look at what happened in the women's boxing, weightlifting, track and field, swimming, or cycling, where a male recently finished a long-distance race 5 hours and 14 minutes ahead of a woman for a new record by 5 hours.
I have to check
Broke the
that out
record
because
by
I think he's
5
lying. He
hours.
always lies
It's
about
demeaning for
everything.
women, and it's very bad for our country. We're not going to put up with it any longer.
I mean, that 5 hours stuff is so radical, it seems like he'd be lying. Why is she looking like that? Is she on drugs or what? Look at her face. She looks like she saw a ghost.
What I have just described is only a small fraction of the common sense revolution that is now, because of us, sweeping the entire world. Common
Well, it
sense
is
has become a common
It
theme,
is not.
and we will never go back. Never. Never going to let that
Look
happen.
at now they're stealing Democrat slogans. Never go back. Up yours.
Among my very highest priorities is to rescue our economy and get dramatic and immediate relief to working families.
Well, if that's
As
your
you
priority,
know, we
you're going
inherited
about it
from
wrong.
the last administration an economic catastrophe
Wrong.
and an inflation nightmare.
Bull fucking shit. Fuck you.
Their policies drove up energy prices, pushed up grocery costs, and drove the necessities of life out of reach for millions and millions of Americans. They've never had anything like it. We
You're making
suffered
it
the
worse.
worst inflation in 48 years, but perhaps even in the history of our country.
You
They're
ain't
not
seen
sure.
nothing yet.
As president, I'm fighting every day to reverse this damage and make America affordable again.
Bull crap. What a bunch of lies. That's the biggest bunch of lying bull crap I've seen in a long time. Heard in a long time. Trying to make it less by slapping tariffs all over the place. So yeah, that's gonna make shit cheap.
Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control. The egg price is out of control.
Yeah, he on purpose let bird
And we're
flu
working
go all
hard
over the
to get
place,
it
right?
back down. Secretary,
up.
do a good job on that. You inherited a total mess from the previous administration. Do a good job.
You go to hell. You fuck up. It's a bird flu. Everybody knows it. And now they're cutting back people.
A major
Walking
focus
out.
of our fight to defeat inflation is rapidly reducing the cost of energy. The previous administration cut the
Wrong.
number of new oil and gas leases by 95%, slowed pipeline construction to a halt, and closed more than 100 power plants. We are opening up many of
The
those
bobblehead.
power plants right now.
Yeah, whatever. Let's see about that.
And frankly, we have never seen anything like it. That's why on my first day in office, I declared a national energy emergency.
Dumbass, like he really was one night. What an idiot. Even though we didn't have one.
We say many times we have more liquid gold under our feet than any nation on earth, and by far. And now I fully authorize the most talented team ever assembled to go and get it. It's called Drill, Baby, Drill.
Yeah, as if we need more of that. Like, as if the world is flooded right now with oil. What a dope. We need more oil like we need more.
Is also working on a gigantic natural gas pipeline in Alaska, among the largest in the world, where Japan, South Korea, and other nations want to be our partner with investments of trillions of dollars each. There's never been anything like that one. It will be truly spectacular. It's all set to go. The permitting is gotten. And later this week, I will also take historic action to dramatically expand production of critical minerals and rare earths here in the USA.
Oh, notice he said rare earth this time. He was calling them raw earth. Remember? So he made a point of calling it rare earth this time because he called it raw earth before. Gotta have that raw
To further
earth.
combat inflation, we will not only be reducing the cost of energy, but will be ending the flagrant waste of taxpayer dollars.
You know, whatever, yeah. And the benefits don't go to the common folk, it goes to all those rich people.
And to that end, I have created the brand new Department of Government Efficiency.
Boo!
DOGE.
Boo! Hate him. Hate him. Fuck you, Musk. You damn illegal immigrant. You go back to South Africa. Go back to that hellhole. Fuck that shit up. Just keep your bullshit.
Which is headed by Elon Musk, who is in the gallery tonight.
Boo! Go back to South Africa, you motherfucker. Come over here and try to mess up our country, you jerk. I hope you fail. I hope everything you have goes to ruin, dickweed.
Thank you, Elon. He's working very hard. He didn't need this. He didn't need this.
Yeah, he's got all those government subsidies already. He doesn't
Everybody
need
here,
shit.
even this side, appreciates it.
You don't appreciate nothing, that motherfucker. Go to
They just
hell.
don't want to admit that.
Why-
Just listen to some of the appalling waste we have already identified.
Liar.
$22 billion from HHS to provide free housing and cars for illegal aliens.
Liar.
$45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma.
Liar.
$40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody
Liar.
knows what that is.
Sedentary
$8
migrants.
million
Fuck
to
you.
promote LGBTQI+.
Fuck
In the
off. What
African
the fuck
nation
you
of
talking about?
Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of. $60
Oh, yeah, if you never heard of
for
him, why
indigenous
bother?
peoples and Afro-Colombian empowerment in Central America. $60 million. $8 million for making mice transgender.
You look this shit up. I
This
mean,
is
he's lying.
real.
I know he's lying.
$32 million for a left-wing propaganda operation in Moldova. $10 million for male circumcision in Mozambique.
What do you care about
$20
that?
million
Circumcision,
for
that's a
the Arab
Jewish thing,
Sesame
right?
Street
You should love it.
in the Middle East. It's a
Yes.
program. $20 million for a program. $1.9 billion to recently created Decarbonization of Homes Committee. Headed
Yeah.
up, and we know she's involved. Just at the last moment, the money was passed over by a woman named Stacey Abrams. Have you ever heard of her?
You say Stacey
A
Abrams stole it.
$3.5 million consulting contract for lavish fish monitoring. $1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia. $14 million for social cohesion.
You know, Liberia, the name comes from our country because they looked up to us.
Rooms in New York City.
Fucking dicks.
He's a real estate developer. He's done very well.
He loves real estate
$250,000
developers.
to increase vegan local climate action innovation in Zambia. $42 million for social and behavior change in Uganda.
You add all that up, and I bet you it's like some weird, unrealistic number. He made up half of it.
Learning outcomes in Asia.
They already showed a chart that he's lied on.
You know what we're doing. We should use it ourselves. And $101 million for DEI contracts at the Department of Education. The most ever paid, nothing even like it. Under the Trump administration, all of these scams, and they're far worse, but I didn't think it was appropriate to talk about them. They're so bad. Many more have been found out and exposed and swiftly terminated by a group of very intelligent, mostly young people, headed up by Elon, and we appreciate it.
Get the hell out of here with your DOGE punks. Fucking frat boys. Yeah, this expert, 19-year-old friggin' expert. Give me a break. It's somebody that's like 50 years of experience. That's some punk-ass kid.
We've taken back the money and reduced our debt to fight inflation and other things. Taking back a lot of that money. We got it just in time.
Hey,
this
you know,
is
Congress.
just the beginning. The Government Accountability Office, a federal government office, has estimated annual fraud of over $500 billion in our nation. And we are working very hard to stop it. We're going to. We're also identifying shocking levels of incompetence and probable fraud in the Social Security program
Fuck you,
for our
motherfucker.
seniors, and that our seniors and people that we love rely on. Believe it or not, government databases list 4.7 million Social Security members from people aged 100 to 109 years old.
Yeah, he's a lying sack shit. They were saying 150 the other day.
It lists 3.6 million people from ages 110 to 119. I don't know any of them. I know some people that are
these guys, they're lying through the teeth. I know about this shit.
3.47 million people from ages 120 to 129.
You're a liar. The old shit, old databases.
People from ages 130 to 139.
Go to hell, liar.
3.5 million people
liar.
From ages 140 to 149.
Lying sack
and money
shit.
is being paid to many of them.
You're a lying sack
and
shit,
we're
motherfucker.
Searching right now. In fact, Pam, good luck.
You're trying to make a pretext for ruining Social Security, son of a bitch.
A lot of
Fuck
money
you.
is paid out to people because it just keeps getting paid and paid.
You're
and nobody
lying,
does it.
lying.
It really hurts Social Security and hurts our country. 1.3 million people from ages 150 to 159, and over 130,000 people, according to the Social Security databases, are age over 160 years old.
You lying motherfucker.
We have
liar.
a healthier
See,
country
look,
than I thought,
you
Bob.
lying assholes. You lying motherfucker. Don't believe a word that guy says because he's a liar. He's trying to steal our Social Security and throw your grandma out on the street. At least your grandma and grandpa are going to be sleeping at your house.
To finish, 1,039 people between the ages of 220 and 229. One person between the age of 240 and 249. And one person is listed at 360 years of age.
You lying motherfucker.
More than 100 years older than our country.
Yeah, you total lying motherfucker. That's bullshit.
But we're going to find out where that money's going.
You think
and
you're funny, don't you? Well, you
by
don't be
slashing
funny.
all of the fraud, waste, and theft we can find, we will defeat inflation, bring down mortgage rates, lower car payments and grocery prices, protect our seniors, and put more money in the pockets of American families.
Liar. If you go on a national strike and shut this economy down, you can talk about losing trillions of dollars. We don't buy nothing, we don't work, we don't do nothing. But the economy go to its knees, make them grovel.
And today interest rates took a beautiful drop, big beautiful drop. It's about time.
And the stock market
and in
did too.
The near future, I want to do what has not been done in 24 years. Balance the federal budget. We're going to balance it.
No, you're not. You ain't balancing no damn budget. Tax breaks for billionaires. Oh, balance budget. Sure, whatever. They're balancing on the backs of the common folks. And look at that ring and that fancy watch. Look at that.
With that goal in mind, we have developed in great detail what we are calling the Gold Card,
yeah, gold,
which goes on sale very, very soon. For $5 million, we will allow the most successful job-creating people from all over the world to buy a path to U.S. citizenship. It's like the green card, but better and more sophisticated.
You disgust
and
me.
These people will have to pay tax in our country. They won't have to pay tax from where they came. The money that they've made, you wouldn't want to do that, but they have to pay tax, create jobs. They'll also be taking people out of colleges and paying for them so that we can keep them in our country instead of having them being forced out. Number one, at the top school, as an example, being forced out and not being allowed to stay and create tremendous numbers of jobs and great success for a company out there. So while we take out
if you're a poor
the
immigrant,
criminals,
fuck
killers,
you if you're rich.
traffickers,
Come
and
on,
child
baby.
predators who are allowed to enter our country under the open border policy of these people, the Democrats, the Biden administration, the open border insane policies that you've allowed to destroy our country. We will now bring in brilliant, hardworking, job-creating people. They're going to pay a lot of money, and we're going to reduce our debt with that money.
Yeah, people with a lot of money. There's never been one that was a child predator like Trump. Epstein, you remember?
Americans have given us a mandate for bold and profound change. For nearly 100 years, the federal bureaucracy has grown until it has crushed our freedoms, ballooned our deficits, and held back America's potential in every possible way. The nation founded by pioneers and risk-takers now drowns under millions and millions of pages of regulations and debt. Approvals that
look at he points all at Democrats. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Instead take 10 years, 15 years, and even 20 years before you're rejected. Meanwhile, we have hundreds of thousands of federal workers who have not been showing up to work.
Yeah, because
my administration
Elon fired him. That's why.
This unaccountable bureaucracy, and we will restore true democracy to America again.
Plutocracy, you fucking oligarch loving jackass. You're pointing all at Democrats. I mean, look over there.
Bureaucrat who resists this change will be removed from office immediately.
Oh yeah, if you don't agree with me,
we are
out.
Draining the swamp. It's very simple. And the days of
totalitarian
rule by unelected
asshole.
bureaucrats are over.
Unelected boy. Well, then get Elon Musk out of there, you dumb son of a bitch. Unelected bureaucrats. He's got them crawling, slashing jobs, crawling around like vermin. What a hypocrite. What an ass.
And the next phase of our plan to deliver the greatest economy in history is for this Congress to pass tax cuts for everybody. They're in there. They're waiting for you to vote. And I'm sure that the people on my right, I don't mean the Republican right, but my right here, I'm sure you're going to vote for those tax cuts, because otherwise I don't believe the people will ever vote you into office. So I'm doing you a big favor by telling you that.
I ain't voting for you, Jack. You just wait till the midterms.
But I know
Let's
this
see
group
about
is
this
going to be
stuff.
voting for the tax.
Protect veterans, right. They're going to be voting for everything for rich people, nothing for poor people. As usual. There goes the status quo for you. The rich against the
Very big
poor.
part of our plan. We had tremendous success in our first term with it, a very big part of our plan. We're seeking permanent income tax cuts all across the board. And to get urgently needed relief to Americans hit especially hard by inflation, I'm calling for no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security benefits for our great seniors.
Yeah, no tax on Social Security. I mean, that'd be great, but if you ain't getting any Social Security, you know, how can you tax it? No tax on tips. Yeah, start by paying the taxes.
And I also
Tipweed.
want to make interest payments on car loans tax deductible, but only if the car is made in America.
What if it's an electric vehicle? Automotive industry is about to have
By the
some
way, we're going to have
hardship.
growth in the auto industry like nobody's ever seen.
No, it's going
Plants
to be
are
crashing.
opening up all over the place. Deals are being made. Never seen. That's a combination of the election win and tariffs. It's a beautiful word, isn't it?
Tariffs is going to ruin it.
That, along with our other policies, will allow our auto industry to absolutely boom. It's going to boom. Spoke to the majors today, all three, the top people, and they're so excited. In fact, already numerous car companies have announced that they will be building massive automobile plants in America, with Honda just announcing a new plant in Indiana, one of the largest anywhere in the world.
That's a foreign country. That's Japanese country. Or company.
And this has taken place since our great victory on November 5th, a date which will hopefully go down as one of the most important in the history of our country.
This shameful piece of garbage.
In addition, as part of our tax cuts, we want to cut taxes on domestic production and all manufacturing. And just as we did before, we will provide 100% expensing. It will be retroactive to January 20th, 2025. And it was one of the main reasons why our tax cuts were so successful in our first term, giving us the most successful economy in the history of our country. First term. We had a great first term.
He's trying to gut the government completely.
If you don't make your product in America, however, under the Trump administration, you will pay a tariff, and in some cases, a rather large one. Other countries have used tariffs against us for decades, and now it's our turn to start using them against those other countries. On average, the European Union, China, Brazil, India, Mexico, and Canada, have you heard of them? And countless other nations charge us tremendously higher tariffs than we charge them.
Then their own people are paying higher, not our people.
India charges us auto tariffs higher than 100%.
So that their people are paying that much, not us.
Products is twice what we charge them. And South Korea's average tariff is 4 times higher. Think of that, 4 times higher.
So the people are paying that, not us.
We give so much help militarily and in so many other ways to South Korea, but that's what happens. This is happening by friend and foe. This system is not fair to the United States and never was. And so on April 2nd, I wanted to make it April 1st, but I didn't want to be accused of April Fool's Day. That's not just one day. It costs us a lot of money. But we're going to do it in April. I'm a very superstitious person.
Come on, get it out.
April 2nd, reciprocal tariffs kick in. And whatever they tariff us, other countries, we will tariff them. That's reciprocal, back and forth.
Because he already started a trade war.
We will tax them.
So he's going to bring our economy to ruin. What?
To keep us out of their market, then we will do non-monetary barriers to keep them out of our market. There's a lot of that, too. They don't even allow us in their market. We will take in trillions and trillions of dollars and create jobs like we have never seen before.
We will take in.
I did it with China and I did it with others. And the Biden administration couldn't do anything about it because there was so much money they couldn't do anything about it. We have been ripped off for decades by nearly every country on earth, and we will not let that happen any longer.
If we've been ripped off so much, how come we're the most powerful economic force on earth by far?
Much has been said over the last 3 months about Mexico and Canada, but we have very large deficits with both of them. But even more importantly, they've allowed fentanyl to come into our country.
They've allowed it. Oh yeah, they've allowed it.
Hundreds of thousands of our citizens and many very young, beautiful people, destroying families. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. They are, in effect, receiving subsidies of hundreds of billions of dollars. We pay subsidies to Canada and to Mexico of hundreds of billions of dollars, and the United States will not be doing that any longer. We're not going to do it any longer.
I don't know about the subsidies, man.
Thanks to our America First policies we're putting into place, we have had $1.7 trillion of new investment in America in just the past few weeks. The combination of the election and our economic policies that people of SoftBank, one of the most brilliant anywhere in the world, announced a $200 billion investment. OpenAI and Oracle, Larry Ellison, announced $500 billion investment, which they wouldn't have done if Kamala had won.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure.
$500 billion investment. Tim Cook called me. He said, I cannot spend it fast enough. It's going to be much higher than that, I believe. They'll be building their plants here instead of in China. And just yesterday, Taiwan Semiconductor, the biggest in the world, most powerful in the world, has a tremendous amount, 97% of the market, announced a $165 billion investment to build the most powerful chips on earth right here in the USA. And we're not giving them any money. Your CHIPS Act is a horrible, horrible thing. We give hundreds of billions of dollars, and it doesn't mean a thing. They take our money and they don't spend it. All that meant to them, we're giving them no money. All that was important to them was they didn't want to pay the tariffs, so they came and they're building, and many other companies are coming. We don't have to give them money. We just want to protect our businesses and our people. And they will come because they won't have to pay tariffs if they build in America. So it's very amazing. You should get rid of the CHIP Act, and whatever's left over, Mr. Speaker, you should use it to reduce debt. Or any other reason you want to.
Or any other reason you want to, like hookers and booze. Coke. Crack. What was that?
Our new trade policy will also be great for the American farmer. I love the farmer.
Oh, no, you don't. You're ruining the farmer.
Who will now be selling into our home market, the USA, because nobody is going to be able to compete with you. Because there's goods that come in from other countries and companies, they're really in a bad position in so many different ways. They're uninspected. They may be very dirty and disgusting, and they come in and they pour in.
You liar.
American farmers. The tariffs will go on agricultural product coming into America, and our farmers, starting on April 2nd, it may be a little bit of an adjustment period. We had that before when I made the deal with China, $50 billion of purchases, and I said, just bear with me, and they did. They did. Probably have to bear with me again, and this will be even better. That was great. The problem with it was that Biden didn't enforce it. He didn't enforce it. $50 billion of purchases, and we were doing great, but Biden did not enforce it, and it hurt our farmers. But our farmers are going to have a field day right now. So to our farmers, have a lot
farmers
of fun.
have
I
a
love
field
you too.
day. Oh,
I
boy.
love you too. It's all going to happen.
My granddaddy was a farmer. He said he's outstanding in his field.
I also oppose a 25% tariff on foreign aluminum, copper, lumber, and steel because if we don't have, as an example, steel and lots of other things, we don't have a military and frankly we just won't have a country very long. Here today is a proud American steelworker, fantastic person from Decatur, Alabama, Jeff Denard. Has been working at the same steel plant for 27 years in a job that has allowed him to serve as the captain of his local volunteer fire department, raise 7 children with his beautiful wife, Nicole, and over the years provide a loving home for more than 40 foster children. So great, Jeff.
And I've seen plenty of stories, too, where Trump policies have drove steel mills out of business into the ground. Just look for them on YouTube. You'll find plenty of them. So, I mean, he cherry picks one guy in one company. Oh, they got lucky maybe and found that one.
Stories like Jeff's remind us that tariffs are not just about protecting American jobs. They're about protecting the soul of our country. Tariffs are about making America rich again and making America great again, and it's happening, and it will happen rather quickly. There'll be a little disturbance. We're okay with that.
You're okay with
much. No, you're not. Oh. And look where Biden took us. Very low, the lowest we've ever been.
Wrong.
Jeff, I want to thank you very much. And I also want to recognize
Such a liar.
another person who
Always
has devoted
lying.
herself to foster care community. She works so hard on it. A very loving person, our magnificent First Lady of the United States.
I'm glad when he has to go into geriatric care. Damn, this is getting old. Whatever, lady. Lady non-consequential. Let's name her non-consequential. Name their whole
Melania's work
family.
has yielded incredible results, helping prepare our nation's future leaders as they enter the workforce.
Whatever.
Our First Lady is joined by 2 impressive young women, very impressive.
Teach them how to build.
Haley Ferguson, who benefited from the First Lady's Fostering the Future initiative and is poised to complete her education and become a teacher. And Elliston Berry, who became a victim of an illicit deepfake image produced by a peer. With Elliston's help, the Senate just passed the Take It Down Act, and this is so important. Thank you very much, John. John Thune, thank you. Stand up, John. Thank you, John. Thank you all very much.
She was not clapping enthusiastically enough. I want to see a little bit more hand motion over there.
Thank you.
So that's a little bit better, but she needs to step it up.
Thank you to John Thune and the Senate. Great job. To criminalize the publication of such images online is terrible, terrible thing. And once it passes the House,
Well, how come
I look
his
forward
image is still on
to
there?
signing that bill into law.
Look at why is he doing it? It's based like
I'm going to
that.
use that
Crunched
bill
up.
for myself, too, if you don't mind.
Scrunched.
Because nobody gets treated worse than
Oh,
I do
there's a little
online.
bit. You got a smile on that face.
That's great. Thank you very much to the Senate. Thank you. But if we truly care about protecting Americans' children, no step is more crucial than securing America's borders.
Also,
Over the past 4
Epstein
years,
files.
21 million people poured into the United States. Many of them were murderers, human traffickers, gang members, and other
Why are
criminals
they
from the
pointing at, we
streets of
pointing at
dangerous
Democrats when he
cities
says that? You notice that?
all throughout the world. Because of Joe Biden's insane and very dangerous open border policies.
Up your ass.
They are now strongly embedded in our country, but we are getting them out and getting them out fast.
He's such a liar. Damn. And he always points at the Democrats. He said, oh, yeah, it's a bunch of murderers and sex offenders and points at the Democrats. Fuck you. You see those Epstein files to see about
Christy, I
some
want to thank
sex
you
offenders.
and Paul of Border Patrol. I want to thank you. What a job they've all done. Everybody, Border Patrol, ICE, law enforcement in general is incredible. We have to take care of our law enforcement. Have to.
Hell yeah. That's why he hates Capitol Police.
Last year,
How much more of this garbage is there?
22-year-old nursing student
Oh my
named
God.
Lakin Riley,
Ugh.
the best
Another
in her
hour?
class,
No way.
admired by everybody, went out for a jog on the campus of the University of Georgia. That morning, Lakin was viciously attacked, assaulted, beaten, brutalized, and horrifically murdered. Lakin was stolen from us by a savage illegal alien gang member
Savage.
who was arrested while trespassing across Biden's open southern border and then set loose into the United States under the heartless policies of that failed administration. It was indeed a failed administration.
It was indeed.
He had then been arrested and released in a Democrat-run sanctuary city, a disaster, before ending the life of this beautiful young angel. With us this evening are
They
Lakin's
did it on
beloved mother,
purpose.
Allison, and her sister,
You're
Laura.
right. These guys are the fucking Reddit. Like this one is cheap. Let's deport Americans. We got a lot far more American murderers than we do immigrant murderers. So deport the Americans, keep the immigrants. Deport American sex offenders. Deport Elon to
Last
Mars.
year, I told Lakin's grieving parents that we would ensure their daughter would not have died in vain. That's why the very first bill I signed into law as your 47th president mandates the detention of all dangerous criminal aliens who threaten public safety. It's a very strong, powerful act.
Well, I think these laws about that already. Dickweed. I gotta take a break from this for a while, you guys. You watch it all you want. I'll be back later. Can't take it anymore.
It's called the Lakin-Riley Act. So Allison and Lauren, America will never, ever forget our beautiful Lakin Hope Riley. Thank you very much. Since taking office, my administration has launched the most sweeping border and immigration crackdown in American history, and we quickly achieved the lowest numbers of illegal border crossers ever recorded. Thank you. The media and our friends in the Democrat Party kept saying we needed new legislation. We must have legislation to secure the border. But it turned out that all we really needed was a new president. Thank you. Joe Biden didn't just open our borders, he flew illegal aliens over them to overwhelm our schools, hospitals, and communities throughout the country. Entire towns like Aurora, Colorado, and Springfield, Ohio, buckled under the weight of the migrant occupation and corruption like nobody's ever seen before. Beautiful towns destroyed. Now, just as I promised in my inaugural address, we are achieving the great liberation of America. But there still is much work to be done. Here tonight is a woman I have gotten to know, Alexis Nungari from Houston. Wonderful woman. Last June, Alexis's 12-year-old daughter, her precious Jocelyn, walked to a nearby convenience store. She was kidnapped, tied up, assaulted for 2 hours under a bridge, and horrifically murdered. Arrested and charged with this heinous crime are two illegal alien monsters from Venezuela released into America by the last administration through their ridiculous open border. The death of this beautiful 12-year-old girl and the agony of her mother and family touched our entire nation greatly. Alexis, I promised that we would always remember your daughter, your magnificent daughter, and earlier tonight I signed an order keeping my word to you. One thing I have learned about Jocelyn is that she loved animals so much. She loved nature. Across Galveston Bay, from where Jocelyn lived in Houston, you will find a magnificent national wildlife refuge, a pristine, peaceful, 34,000-acre sanctuary for all of God's creatures on the edge of the Gulf of America. Alexis, moments ago, I formally renamed that refuge in loving memory of your beautiful daughter, Jocelyn. So, Mr. Vice President, if you would, may I have the order? Thank you very much. All three savages charged with Jocelyn and Lakin's murders were members of the Venezuelan prison gang, the toughest gang, they say, in the world, known as Tren de Aragua. 2 weeks ago, I officially designated this gang, along with MS-13 and the bloodthirsty Mexican drug cartels, as foreign terrorist organizations. They are now officially in the same category as ISIS, and that's not good for them. Countless thousands of these terrorists were welcomed into the U.S. by the Biden administration. But now every last one will be rounded up and forcibly removed from our country, or, if they're too dangerous, put in jails, standing trial in this country, because we don't want them to come back ever. With us this evening is a warrior on the front lines of that battle, Border Patrol Agent Roberto Ortiz. Great guy. In January, Roberto and another agent were patrolling by the Rio Grande near an area known as Cartel Island. Doesn't sound too nice to me. When heavily armed gunmen started shooting at them, Roberto saw that his partner was totally exposed, at great danger, and he leapt into action, returning fire and providing crucial seconds for his fellow agent to seek safety, just barely. I have some of the prints of that event, and it was not good. Agent Ortiz, we salute you for your great courage and for your line of fire that you took, and for the bravery that you showed. We honor you, and we will always honor you. Thank you, Roberto, very much. Thank you, Roberto. And I actually got to know him on my many calls to the border. He's a great gentleman. The territory to the immediate south of our border is now dominated entirely by criminal cartels that murder, rape, torture, and exercise total control. They have total control over a whole nation. posing a grave threat to our national security. The cartels are waging war on America, and it's time for America to wage war on the cartels, which we are doing. Five nights ago, Mexican authorities, because of our tariff policies being imposed on them, think of this, handed over to us 29 of the biggest cartel leaders in their country. That has never happened before. They want to make us happy. First time ever. But we need Mexico and Canada to do much more than they've done, and they have to stop the fentanyl and drugs pouring into the USA. They're going to stop it. I have sent Congress a detailed funding request laying out exactly how we will eliminate these threats to protect our homeland and complete the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even than current record holder President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a moderate man, but someone who believed very strongly in borders. Americans expect Congress to send me this funding without delay so I can sign it into law. So, Mr. Speaker, John Thune, both of you, I hope you're going to be able to do that, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Mr. Leader, thank you. Thank you very much. And let's get it to me. I'll sign it so fast, you won't even believe it. And as we reclaim our sovereignty, we must also bring back law and order to our cities and towns. In recent years, our justice system has been turned upside down by radical left lunatics. Many jurisdictions virtually ceased enforcing the law against dangerous repeat offenders while weaponizing law enforcement against political opponents like me. My administration has acted swiftly and decisively to restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law, starting at the FBI and the DOJ. Pam, good luck. Cash, wherever you may be, good luck. Good luck. Pam Bondi. Good luck. So important. Going to do a great job. Cash, thank you. Thank you, Cash. They've already started very strong. They're going to do a fantastic job. You're going to be very proud of them. We're also once again giving our police officers the support, protection, and respect they so dearly deserve. They have to get it. They have such a hard, dangerous job, but we're going to make it less dangerous. The problem is the bad guys don't respect the law, but they're starting to respect it, and they soon will respect it. This also includes our great fire departments throughout the country. Our firemen and women are unbelievable people, and we'll never forget them. And besides that, they voted for me in record numbers, so I have no choice. One year ago this month, 31-year-old New York police officer Jonathan Diller, unbelievably wonderful person and a great officer, was gunned down at a traffic stop on Long Island. I went to his funeral. The vicious criminal charged with his murder had 21 prior arrests, and they were rough arrests, too. He was a real bad one. The thug in the seat next to him had 14 prior arrests and went by the name of Killer. He was Killer. He killed other people, they say, a lot of them. I attended Officer Diller's service, and when I met his wife and one-year-old son, Ryan, it was very inspirational, actually. His widow's name is Stephanie, and she is here tonight. Stephanie, thank you very much, Stephanie. Thank you very much.
All right, I got me some chicken, and I'm kind of real calm. I'm gonna eat my chicken, and I promise I'll try not to choke or anything. I don't know what they just said to other stuff. Anyway.
Stephanie, we're going to make sure that Ryan knows his dad was a true hero, New York's finest. And we're going to get these cold-blooded killers and repeat offenders off our streets, and we're going to do it fast.
Except the J6ers.
They get out with 28 arrests. They push people into subway trains. They hit people over the head, back of the head with baseball bats. We got to get them out of here. I've already signed an executive order requiring a mandatory death penalty for anyone who murders a police officer. And tonight I'm asking Congress to pass that policy into permanent law.
Well, I don't know if that's even possible for him to do. I'll have to look it up. Mandate death penalty. I don't know about that.
I'm also asking for a new crime bill getting tough on repeat offenders while enhancing protections for America's police officers so they can do their jobs without fear of their lives being totally destroyed. They don't want to be killed. We're not going to let them be killed. Joining us in the gallery tonight is a young man who truly loves our police. His name is DJ Daniel. He is 13 years old, and he has always dreamed of becoming a police officer.
Good for him. Too bad he's a Trump supporter. Maybe he'll change when he grows up. Don't be a Trump supporter, son. I'm telling you. You don't want to. Run away. Shame on you, Dad, for letting him go the path of the right-wing bigots and racists. It's very unfortunate. Why would you do that? Go listen to Al Sharpton.
But in 2018, DJ was diagnosed with brain cancer.
Oh, no.
The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago.
Oh, good. I have love in my heart for any cancer survivors, because I'm one too. I have love in my heart anyway. Not for some people, though. Only their humanity, not the person. They all could, though, man.
Since that time, DJ and his dad have been on a quest to make his dream come true, and DJ has been sworn in as an honorary law enforcement officer. Actually, a number of times. The police love him. The police departments love him. And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
I guess that'd be pretty cool being a little kid like that and being made of honorary and stuff. That'd be pretty exciting for a little kid. They'd be showing all his friends. Too bad it's under Trump. Because Trump's just doing it for show purposes. For the kid, it really actually means something. For Dad. But Dad shouldn't be a Trump supporter. Would they just scour the land to find him?
Thank you, DJ. DJ's doctors believe his cancer likely came from a chemical he was exposed to when he was younger.
That Democrats
Since
did.
1975, rates of child cancer have increased by more than 40%.
Because of Democrats.
Reversing this trend is one of the top priorities for our new presidential commission to make America healthy again, chaired by our new Secretary of Health and Human Services,
Whatever.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Hey, that's how I want to make America logical again. By Daffy Duck. Oh, boy. Hey, Biden team already had an anti-cancer thing, remember? His son died of cancer.
With the name Kennedy, you would have thought everybody over here would have been cheering. How
Oh, he
quickly they
disgraced the
forget.
name Kennedy.
Our goal is to get toxins out of our environment, poisons out of our food supply, and keep our children healthy and strong.
They're
As
not
an
vaccinated.
example, not long ago, and you can't even believe these numbers, 1 in 10,000 children had autism, 1 in 10,000, and now it's 1 in 36. There's something wrong, 1 in 36, think of that. So we're going to find out what it is, and there's nobody better than Bobby and all of the people that are working with you. You have the best to figure out what is going on. Okay, Bobby, good luck. It's a very important job. Thank you.
He ain't going to figure nothing out. Except how to get kids to die of polio, maybe. Like that poor kid over, that kid over in Texas.
My administration is also working to protect our children from toxic ideologies in our schools. A few years ago, January, little John and her husband discovered that their daughter's school had secretly socially transitioned their 13-year-old little girl. Teachers and administrators conspired to deceive January and her husband while encouraging her daughter to use a new name and pronouns. They, them pronoun, actually, all without telling January, who is here tonight and is now a courageous advocate against this form of child abuse. January, thank you.
You know, there's more to meets the eye with every story he tells. So, I don't know too much about that. Only heard a little bit, but still. Yeah, the LGBTQ issue, it's not a great big issue for me because I don't have nothing to do with it.
Stories like this are
But
why
something
shortly
that
after
asshole
taking
people
office, I
taking
signed
hands
an
off.
executive order banning public schools from indoctrinating our children with
Oh, they probably didn't.
transgender ideology.
I bet there ain't no idea or indoctrination at all. Or they're going to kids' schools or like trying to
I
get them.
also signed an order to cut off all taxpayer funding to any institution that engages in the sexual mutilation of our youth.
Maybe they got all that out of blowing it out of
And now I
proportions.
want Congress to pass a bill permanently banning and criminalizing sex changes on children and forever ending the lie that any child is trapped in the wrong body. This is a big lie.
What about androgynous children, didn't they?
And our message
You know what it's
to
called?
every child in America
Androgynous?
is that you are perfect exactly the way God made you.
Even if you're a hermaphrodite? What about that? I mean, some hermaphrodites want to stay that way, some don't. So what about them? See, they're so narrow-minded and they're so dumb.
We're getting wokeness out of our schools and out of our military,
Wow.
and it's already out, and it's out of our society. We don't want it. Wokeness is trouble. Wokeness is bad. It's gone.
Yeah, that
it's
thing
gone.
being made up.
And we feel so much better for it, don't we?
Yeah,
Don't we feel better?
See, that's just a line of garbage
Our
through this
service
way.
members won't be activists and ideologues. They will be fighters and warriors. They will fight for our country. And Pete, congratulations. Secretary of Defense, congratulations.
Our military's badass before he ever showed up. Head sheriff.
And he's not big into the woke movement, I can tell you.
I think
I know him well. I am pleased to report that in January, the U.S. Army had its single best recruiting month in 15 years, and that all armed services are having among the best recruiting results ever in the history of our services.
I have to look that one up too.
And you know, it was just a few months ago where the results were exactly the opposite. We couldn't recruit anywhere. We couldn't recruit. Now we're having the best results just about that we've ever had. What a tremendous turnaround. It's really a beautiful thing to see. People love our country again. It's very simple. They love our country, and they love being in our military again. So it's a great thing. And
you never loved it, did you? Bone Spur. He can't, even if it was true, he can't claim something to be good that they did without pointing at somebody saying how bad they were.
Jason Hartley, who knows the weight of that call of duty. Jason's father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all wore the uniform.
Not yours.
Jason tragically lost his dad, who was also a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy when he was just a boy, and now he wants to carry on the family legacy of service. Jason is a senior in high school, a 6-letter varsity athlete, a really good athlete, they say, a brilliant student with a 4.46, that's good, GPA. And his greatest dream is to attend the U.S. Military Academy at West Point.
I think the highest you can have is a 4.0. I have to look that up. Right? I could be mistaken, but I think 4.0 is the highest. 4.4? I could be mistaken. But I will look that one up. I mean, he said that we've had like 120% of stuff.
And Jason, that's a very big deal getting in. That's a hard one to get into. But I'm pleased to inform you that your application has been accepted. You will soon be joining the Corps of Cadets.
Good for that boy, the young man.
Thank you. Jason, you're going to be on the long gray line, Jason. As Commander-in-Chief, my focus is on building the most powerful military of the future. As a first step, I'm asking Congress to fund a state-of-the-art Golden Dome missile defense shield to protect our homeland, all made in the USA.
And you're also going to cut veterans services. Think about that if you want to join.
And Ronald Reagan wanted to do it long ago, but the technology just wasn't there, not even close. But now we have the technology. It's incredible, actually. And other places, they have it. Israel has it. Other places have it. And the United States should have it too. Right, Tim? Right? They should have it too. So I want to thank you. But it's a very, very important. This is a very dangerous world. We should have it. We want to be protected,
like
and we're going to protect our citizens like never before.
No wonder we need protection.
To boost our defense industrial base, we are also going to resurrect the American shipbuilding industry, including commercial shipbuilding and military shipbuilding. And for that purpose, I am announcing tonight that we will create a new Office of Shipbuilding in the White House and offer special tax incentives to bring this industry home to America where it belongs. We used to make so many ships. We don't make them anymore very much, but we're going to make them very fast, very soon. It will have a huge impact. To further enhance our national security, my administration will be reclaiming the Panama Canal, and we've already started doing it.
Uh-oh. I like the idea of that. You're going to start a war.
Just today, a large American company announced they are buying both ports around the Panama Canal and lots of other things having to do with the Panama Canal and a couple of other canals. The Panama Canal was built by Americans for Americans, not for others, but others could use it. But it was built at tremendous cost of American blood and treasure. 38,000 workers died building the Panama Canal.
Yeah, treating motherfucker.
They died of malaria. They died of snake bites and mosquitoes. Not a nice place to work. They paid them very highly to go there, knowing there was a 25% chance that they would die. the most expensive project also that was ever built in our country's history, if you bring it up to modern day costs.
He's trying to justify this
It was
bullshit.
given away by the Carter administration for $1.
Treaty.
That agreement has been violated very severely. We didn't give it to China. We gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
No, we're not either. Will he say something about Canada now, dickweed? He wants to start a war. He thinks he can go
We
just
have Marco Rubio in charge. Good luck, Marco.
Boo! Yeah,
Now,
good luck with that, you
we know
dickweed.
who to blame if anything goes wrong.
You. That's who. You
Marco's
get the
been
blame.
amazing, and he's going to do a great job. Think of it. He got 100 votes.
Take the beat.
You know, he was approved with actually 99, but the 100th was this gentleman, and I feel very certain. So
Because
let's
he wasn't
assume
as
got
bad as
100
any of
votes.
those other
And I'm
assholes they
either
put up
very,
there.
very happy about that, or I'm very concerned about it. But he's already proven. I mean, he's a great gentleman. He's respected by everybody, and we appreciate you
not
voting
me.
for Marco. He's going to
I
do a
respect him
fantastic
either.
job. Thank you.
I respect him as far as I can throw him.
He's doing a great job.
No, no. Doing a horrible job.
Great job.
That Panama stuff, that's going to hurt us.
And I also have a message tonight for the incredible people of Greenland. We strongly support your right to determine your own future. And if you choose, we welcome you into the United States of America. We need Greenland for national security and even international security, and we're working with everybody involved to try and get it. But we need it really for international world security.
To get it.
And I think we're going to get it.
It.
One way or the other, we're going to get it.
One way or the other, I'll get it. Fuck you,
We
motherfucking
will keep you
warmonger.
safe.
Well, I'm a peace
We will
president.
make you rich, and together we will take Greenland to heights like you have never thought possible before.
Or
It's
else.
a very small population, but very, very large piece of land, and very, very important for military security. America is once again standing strong against the forces of radical Islamic terrorism.
Oh, here we go.
3.5 years ago, ISIS terrorists killed 13 American service members.
What the
and
hell did that got
countless
to do with
others
Greenland?
in the Abbey Gate bombing during the disastrous and incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan?
Had
Not
nothing to
that
do
they
with
were
Greenland.
withdrawing. It was the way they withdrew. Perhaps the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. Tonight, I am pleased to announce that we have just apprehended the top terrorist responsible for that atrocity, and he is right now on his way here to face the swift sword of American justice.
You guys got my mouth stuffed with
And I
chicken.
want to thank especially the government of Pakistan for helping arrest this monster. This was a very momentous day for those 13 families who I actually got to know very well, most of them, whose children were murdered, and the many people that were so badly, over 42 people, so badly injured on that fateful day in Afghanistan. What a horrible day. Such incompetence was shown. That when Putin saw what happened, I guess he said, well,
your
maybe
buddy?
this is my chance. That's how bad it was.
Fuck you.
Should have never happened. Grossly incompetent people. I spoke to many of the parents and loved ones, and they're all in our hearts tonight. Just spoke to them on the phone. We had a big call. Every one of them called, and everybody was on the line, and they did nothing but cry with happiness. They were very happy, as happy as you can be under those circumstances. Their child, brother, sister, son, daughter was killed for no reason whatsoever. In the Middle East, we're bringing back our hostages from Gaza. In my first term, we achieved one of the most groundbreaking peace agreements in generations, the Abraham Accords.
Yeah, and they moved the embassy too, and that's what caused the Gaza, or caused that bullshit where people from Gaza when they killed Hamas, killed all those folks. That's partly Trump's fault, you know, because he inflamed that shit.
And now we're going to build on that foundation to create a more peaceful and prosperous future for the entire region. A lot of things are happening in the Middle East. People have been talking about that so much lately with everything going on with Ukraine and Russia. But a lot of things are happening in the Middle East. It's a rough neighborhood, actually. I'm also working tirelessly to end the savage conflict in Ukraine. Millions of Ukrainians and Russians
that would have never happened if I'd have been president.
In this horrific and brutal conflict with no end in sight. The United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's defense with no security, with no anything.
With no security, right. No anything. Kicking Putin's ass is like a fucking asshole traitor.
Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah, you would say Pocahontas
Fuck
says
you,
yes.
motherfucker. You want to give it over to a fascist dictator, you fucking dictator-loving bastard?
2,000 people are being killed every single week. More than that.
Yes, the Russians get the fuck
They're
out.
Russian young people. They're Ukrainian young people. They're not Americans. But I want it to stop.
We'll tell Russia to
Meanwhile,
fucking
Europe
stop.
has sadly spent more money buying Russian oil and gas than they have spent on defending Ukraine, by far. Think of that. They've spent more buying Russian
Now
oil
he's trying
and gas
to
than they
piss
have
off the European Union now.
And we've spent perhaps $350 billion, like taking candy from a baby. That's what happened. And they've spent $100 billion. What a difference that is. And we have an ocean separating us, and they don't. But we're getting along very well with them, and lots of good things are happening. Biden has authorized more money in this fight than Europe has spent by billions and billions of dollars. It's hard to believe that they wouldn't have stopped it and said at some point, come on, let's equalize. You got to be equal to us. But that didn't happen.
Yeah, because those lives
Earlier
mean
today,
nothing,
I
right?
received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians.
Yeah, because you're holding these people hostage,
My
you
team and I
motherfuckers.
stand ready to work
You're
under
holding these
President
people at
Trump's
gunpoint,
strong
you ass.
leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time.
Tell them to
that
piss
is
off.
convenient for you.
I don't
I
want
appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful?
It'd be beautiful if they weren't a bunch of damn liars. We don't trust Putin, dumbass. Moron. You sell us out. You sell his mother down the river for a nickel.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
I know it'd be beautiful, but I'm too much humane to
It's
say
time
it.
to stop this madness. It's time to
Yeah,
halt the
get out.
killing. It's time to end this senseless war. If you want to end wars, you have to talk to both sides.
Get
Nearly
out.
4 years ago, amid rising tensions, a history teacher named Mark Fogel was detained in Russia and sentenced to 14 years in a penal colony. Rough stuff. The previous administration barely lifted a finger to help him. They knew he was innocent, but they had no idea where to begin. But last summer, I promised his 95-year-old mother, Malphine, that we would bring her boy safely back home. After 22 days in office, I did just that, and they are here tonight.
You don't brag about that poor guy in North Korea that killed because he took a poster off of the wall. You don't mention anything about that now, does it? I'm glad this fella got out of there and stuff, but hey, I mean, they are cherry picking that crazy. Oh, I did something good over here, but let's not mention this bad thing I did over there. Poor fella. Can you imagine that being a North Korean prisoner because you took a poster? Come on, I'll give you $1,000 for that poster. Whatever.
To Mark and his great mom, we are delighted to have you safe and sound and with us. As fate would have it, Mark Fogel was born in a small rural town in Butler, Pennsylvania. Have you heard of it? Where his mother has lived for the past 78 years. I just happened to go there last July 13th for a rally. That was not pleasant. And that is where I met his beautiful mom right before I walked onto that stage.
She takes forever to say anything.
And I told her I would not forget what she said about her son. And I never did I? Never forgot.
Never forgot.
Less than 10 minutes later, at that same rally, gunfire rang out, and a sick and deranged assassin unloaded 8 bullets from his sniper's perch into a crowd of many thousands of people.
It's all Democrats' fault, too.
My life was saved by a fraction of an inch, but some were not so lucky.
Yeah, and the guy shooting, he was a Republican.
Comparator was a firefighter, a veteran, a Christian, a husband, a devoted father.
Some people say that was staged.
And above all, a protector. When the sound of gunshots pierced the air, it was a horrible sound. Corey knew instantly what it was and what to do. He threw himself on top of his wife and daughters and shielded them from the bullets with his own body. Corey was hit really hard.
What is she thinking?
You know the story from there. He sacrificed his life to save theirs.
One in the middle.
2 others, very fine people, were also seriously hit.
The shooter was a Republican.
With the help of 2 great country doctors, we thought they were gone and they were saved. So those doctors had great talent. We're joined by Corey's wife, Helen, who was his high school sweetheart, and their 2 beloved daughters, Allison and Kaylee. Thank you.
One in the middle doesn't look very happy, does she? I wouldn't be. Up yours, Chuck. I just threw a paper napkin at the screen.
To Helen, Allison, and Kaylee, Corey is looking down on his 3 beautiful ladies right now, and he is cheering you on. He loves you. He is cheering you on.
Shut up with that.
Corey was taken from us much too soon, but his destiny was to leave us all with a shining example of the selfless devotion of a true American patriot. It was love like Corey's that built our country, and it's love like Corey's that is going to make our country more majestic than ever before. I believe that my life was saved that day in Butler for a very good reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. I believe
shut up. I'm a secular humanist. I don't believe gods did anything, because there are no gods. I hate it whenever they start trying to mix religion in there, because they're trying to take advantage of people's baser instincts and the primitive instincts. He sucks for doing that.
Thank you very much. From the patriots of Lexington and Concord to the heroes of Gettysburg and Normandy, from the warriors who crossed the Delaware to the trailblazers who climbed the Rockies, and from the legends who soared at Kitty Hawk to the astronauts who touched the moon.
To your
Americans
father,
have always been the people who defied all odds, transcended all dangers, made the most extraordinary sacrifices, and did whatever it took to defend our children, our country, and our freedom. And as we have seen in this chamber tonight, that same strength, faith, love, and spirit is still alive and thriving in the hearts of the American people. Despite the best efforts of those who would try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation that will always be free, and we will fight for it till death. We will never let anything happen to our beloved country, because we are a country of doers, dreamers, fighters, and survivors. Our ancestors crossed a vast ocean, strode into the unknown wilderness, and carved their fortunes from the rock and soil of a perilous and very dangerous frontier.
Not yours.
They chased our destiny across a boundless continent. They built the railroads, laid the highways, and graced the world with American marvels like the Empire State Building, the mighty Hoover Dam, and the towering Golden Gate Bridge. They lit the world with electricity, broke free of the force of gravity, fired up the engines of American industry, vanquished the communists, fascists, and Marxists all over the world, and gave us countless modern wonders sculptured out of iron, glass, and steel. We stand on the shoulders of these pioneers who won and built the modern age. These workers who poured their sweat into the skylines of our cities. These warriors who shed their blood on fields of battle and gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. Now it is our time to take up the righteous cause of American liberty. And it is our turn to take America's destiny into our own hands and begin the most thrilling days in the history of our country. This will be our greatest era. With God's help, over the next 4 years, we are going to lead this nation even higher, and we are going to forge the freest, most advanced, most dynamic, and most dominant civilization ever to exist on the face of this earth. We are going to create the highest quality of life, build the safest and wealthiest and healthiest and most vital
all in 4
communities
years.
anywhere in the
2
world.
years.
We are going to conquer the vast frontiers of science, and we are going to lead humanity into space and plant the American flag on the planet Mars and even far beyond.
Elon Musk loves that one because he's going to be getting subsidies like crazy. They should confiscate, our government should confiscate SpaceX, not in the name of Trump though. Trump out. Confiscate SpaceX, Trump out, confiscate Starlink.
Through it all, we are going to rediscover the unstoppable power of the American spirit. And we are going to renew unlimited promise of the American dream. Every single day we will stand up and we will fight, fight, fight for the country our citizens believe in and for the country our people deserve.
If you believe in ruining Social Security, then that's what you're fighting for. No, Bojo, put your arm down. You're stinking up the place. I can smell it over here. And this is pre-recorded. That pre-recorded armpit smell. Colt.
My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future, because the golden age of America has only just begun. It will be like nothing that has ever been seen before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Up your butt, golden age. You can't say it's a golden age. Somebody else has to say that, and it has to be afterwards, something beforehand. So, hey, I guess we're done with it, all right? Let's see. I will go under there and put my little, here's my little sign I had on there. I put that on there. Oops, that's my other one. Woke Radio. There. I'll put the Simmons slideshow. And, let's see. I'll make the clapping stop because I can't hardly take it no more. And let's see. We'll play this one song, and that'll be the end of it. But Trump, that son of a bitch, I never heard a big bunch of shit in all my life. You can go look up all that stuff. He is a lying son of a bitch. Don't believe him. So here, that's all I got.
Being mean just to be mean, it's a cold day. People in fear, don't be seen, it's a cold, cold day. The door was open, he was invited in. We run in horror as we pay for our sins. We took a whip embedded with thorn. Struck our own backs, flesh was torn. It was really fun as we were winning. Follow the man who cares about sinning. We just don't like them, we spoil for a fight. We back a smart-ass traitor, his words full of spite. Own the libs, brains like sieves, do it for a laugh. Hardy hard, heedy hard, wear a hat, be a brat. We think we are smart, we tell each other so. But in real conversation, we aren't in the know. I wanted to see what the fuss was about. A sea of red hats, people screaming and shout. I don't know what they are saying. Just dumb plans full of delaying. After seeing the horror of a dystopian tomorrow, I ran away, looking for a brand new day. I ran so fast, the planet blurred. Thinking about the horror, my emotions stirred. The echo chambers ringing loud. A joke at first, but now a shroud. Lies spun tight like razor wire. Liberty's body on a funeral pyre. Own the libs, brains like sieves, do it for a laugh. Hardy har, heedy har, wear a hat, be a brat. We think we are smart, we tell each other so. But in real conversation, we aren't in the know.
Crashing on our heads. We gotta suffer for dreadful years. A jabbing pain bringing us to tears. All the horror, all the fear. What we wished on them, now it's ours, my dear.
deck, rig the game, pull the levers. Think they own the system, but we ain't begging forever. Checks and balances, now they cashing out fast. Selling out the country just to sit on that stash. They twisting up the truth, feeding us the lies, while the wolves in the courts wear a slick disguise. But power ain't a throne, it's a loan with a fee. And when the people rise up, man, they gon' see. You can try to bend the rules, try to stack the odds, but the game ain't over and we still got cards. No king, no tyrant, no puppet on strings. We the resistance and we got that sting. Power ain't absolute, nah, never that. Think you untouchable, we gon' level that. Strike with the truth, yeah, facts got weight. We the storm, and we crashing down the gate. State by state, block by block, they wanna take it all, we ain't taking that shock. We got governors standing, people demanding general strike if they keep up the scamming. They think they got votes locked, media bought, but the minds stay open and we still got thought. AI in the mix, deconstructing the twist, unraveling the lies like a hacker with a fist. They go peek our cash flow, starve out the beast. They go expose our secrets, they feed in the least. They go people pawns, we queens on the board. They go wrong move and we taking the horde. Power ain't absolute, nah, never that. Think you untouchable, we gon' level that. Strike with the truth, yeah, facts got weight. We the storm, and we crashing down the gate. They can stack the deck, but the house ain't built to last. History's a lesson, tyrants never hold it fast. The people wake up, and the game gets flipped. One crack in the wall, then the whole thing rips. We gon' level that. Strike with the truth, yeah, facts got weight. We the storm, and we crashing down the gate. They can stack the deck, but the house ain't built to last. History's a lesson, tyrants never hold it fast. The people wake up and the game gets flipped. One crack in the wall, then the whole thing rips. than the myth. See the bodies burning fast, bodies burning in the blast. History forgotten, they're doomed to relive the past. They strut like conquerors, flags held high, blind to the screams, deaf to the cries. Berlin in flames, Dresden in ash. They forgot how it ends when the world fights back. They do not understand the fire, the wrath, the Nazi salute hand. They do not understand the horror is coming, blood stains the land. They do not understand the flash, the roar, the world will not let it stand. They do not understand, but if they push too far, they die by righteous hand. Ain't no new dawn, just a countdown ticking till it all goes wrong. Dreaming of banners, boots on the street, but all they get is bones scorched in the heat. They don't smell the burnt flesh, don't hear the painful wail, don't see their fate awaiting when they march into hell. The last time the world sent fire from above, next time nuclear fire, end it with a burning love. The horror, no march, no parade, just a flash, just a wave, just a world made a grave. No statues, no banners, no glory will remain, only echoes of fools who are lost in burning flames. They do not understand the fire, the wrath, the Nazi salute hand. They do not understand the horror is coming, blood stains the land. They do not understand the flash, the roar, the world will not let it stand. They do not understand, but if they push too far, they die by righteous hand. They think they can rise, but they only fall. They think they will rule, but there will be nothing left at all. They do not understand, but if they keep pushing, they will. understand.